Welcome back to the channel Coins Master, where today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in the history of the United States Mint, the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime. Now you might be wondering, what's so special about this dime? How could it be worth millions? Well, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this dime is much more than just pocket change. In fact, some collectors have been willing to pay up to a mind-blowing $28 million for a single 2001 P. Roosevelt dime. That's right, $28 million. So, grab your magnifying glass and get ready for an incredible journey into the world of rare coins. But first, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you never miss out on more incredible stories of coins worth way more than you'd expect. Let's jump in. So, let's start with the basics. The 2001 P. Roosevelt dime is part of the iconic Roosevelt series, which has been in circulation since 1946. But here's the thing. While many of these coins are relatively easy to find, there are a select few that stand out from the crowd, and the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime is one of them. This dime was produced at the Philadelphia Mint and, like all U.S. coins, was struck with a specific design and a certain number of coins made. But what separates a typical 2001 P dime from a rare, high-value one? Well, as we go deeper into its history, you'll see just how unique this coin truly is. Let's take a closer look at this coin. On the obverse side, you'll find the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was a monumental figure in American history, and his image on the dime has made it one of the most instantly recognizable coins in the world. But did you know that his likeness was specifically chosen by the Treasury Department in 1945, just after his death? It was done to honor Roosevelt's leadership during World War II, as well as his role in creating Social Security. A fitting tribute for such an influential president. On the reverse side, you'll notice the symbols of peace and strength, the torch, the olive branch, and the oak branch. These elements represent freedom, peace, and strength. Together, they provide a perfect visual representation of the ideals America strives to uphold. Now, the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime was part of the regular issue for the year, and at first glance, it seems like just another dime in your pocket. But that's where the magic happens. Here's where things get interesting. The true value of any coin comes down to a number of factors, including its condition and rarity. This is where professional coin graders come in. The most important scale that collectors use to determine the quality of a coin is the Sheldon scale. This scale ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin. Most coins in circulation today are somewhere between 20 and 30 on the scale, but rarities like the 2001 P. Roosevelt dime can sometimes reach a higher grade, upwards of MS 68, or even MS 69, which immediately increases their value. So, why is this specific 2001 P. Roosevelt dime worth so much money? It's not just any dime, it's an extremely rare variety of this coin that was mistakenly struck with an error. A very specific error. You see, there were a small number of these dimes that were struck with an unexpected die variety error. This meant that the coins were produced with an off-center design or a misaligned strike, making them different from the regular 2001 P dimes. This kind of minting mistake can cause a dramatic spike in a coin's value, because it's unique, and collectors go wild for these anomalies. Now, let's talk numbers. While most 2001 P Roosevelt dimes are worth their face value, 10 cents, if you manage to find one of these error coins in near-perfect condition, you could be holding on to something worth as much as $28 million. That's $28 million, but what makes this so special? Why has one of these coins fetched such a massive amount of money? It all comes down to the combination of rarity, demand, and the quality of the coin itself. The record-breaking sale took place at a major auction event where a single 2001 P. Roosevelt dime, in almost pristine condition, fetched a whopping $28 million after fierce bidding. This shocked many in the numismatic world because, on the surface, it seemed like just another dime. But the error and its condition turned it into a goldmine for its lucky owner. Error coins like these are always highly sought after by collectors because they are so rare. It's estimated that fewer than 30 of these 2001p Roosevelt dimes with the minting error exist, making them an incredibly rare find. And as with any rarity, the price skyrockets. Think of it like a collectible card or a rare comic book. The fewer there are, the higher the price tends to go, especially if there's historical significance behind it. Worse, a fun fact. Did you know that 2001 was a significant year for US coins? It was a time of great change and innovation, both in the design of US currency and in the coins being minted. The Roosevelt dime, as usual, was produced in large quantities, but this particular 2001p dime with a mint error stands out as one of the most interesting and valuable finds in modern numismatics. So, how can you spot this rare 2001p Roosevelt dime? First, look closely at the mint mark. You'll find the P mint mark on the obverse side, which tells you it was minted in Philadelphia. Then, check the alignment of the design. If you notice that the torch, olive branch, or oak branch seems slightly off-center, or if the coin has an unusual texture, you might just be holding on to a valuable error coin. But remember, the quality needs to be top-notch for it to fetch a high price at auction. The world of rare coins is incredibly exciting, and every time one of these rare treasures goes up for auction, collectors from all over the world tune in to see if they can score the next big find. Will you be the one who stumbles upon a rare 2001p Roosevelt dime worth millions? The thrill of the chase is what makes coin collecting so special. So there you have it. The 2001p Roosevelt dime, a coin that on the surface looks like just another dime, but with the right error and in perfect condition, could be worth a fortune, up to $28 million. If you've got one of these dimes lying around, it might be time to take a closer look, because you could be holding on to a true treasure. Thanks for tuning in today. If you learned something new about the 2001p Roosevelt dime, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below about your favorite coin. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know. And as always, keep on collecting. Who knows what treasures you'll find next? See you in the next video. What if I told you that a simple 2000p Roosevelt dime, yes, the same one you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth an earth-shattering $27 million? Sounds unbelievable? Well, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the fascinating history, hidden secrets, and mind-blowing values of the 2000p dime. Could you be holding a fortune without even knowing it? Let's find out. First, let's talk history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who played a key role in fighting the polio epidemic. Since then, the dime has become one of the most widely circulated coins in U.S. history. In the year 2000, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Roosevelt dimes, each bearing the P Mint mark. But here's the kicker, not all of them were created equal. Some of these dimes have hidden errors, rare variations, and mysterious backstories that send their values soaring into the millions. So, what makes this dime special? Here's what you need to look for. Obverse, front, a bold portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by the legendary John R. Cynic. Reverse, back, the classic torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Mint mark, the all-important P right above the year 2000, identifying it as a Philadelphia Mint strike. But the real magic happens when you find certain rare errors or high-grade conditions that make this dime worth a small fortune. Alright, time for the good stuff. If you have a 2000p Roosevelt dime, check it carefully because these errors can make your coin extremely valuable. Full bands FB designation. A dime graded as MS68 full bands can be worth thousands due to its perfect details on the torch. Off-center strikes. If your dime was struck off-center by at least 40%, it could fetch up to $5,000. Double die errors. Some dimes have noticeable doubling in the inscriptions, like Liberty or the date. These rare gems have been known to sell for over $10,000. Missing clad layer. If your dime is missing a nickel-clad layer, exposing a pure copper core, it's an instant collectible, worth thousands. Experimental planchet errors. Some 2000p dimes were accidentally struck on experimental planchets. These rare coins have been valued at over $50,000, and then there's the ultimate one-of-a-kind dime that changed everything. Now, let's talk about the legendary 2000p Roosevelt dime that shocked the coin-collecting world. In a private transaction, an ultra-rare specimen of this dime, featuring an unconfirmed mint error combined with a unique double strike and an experimental planchet, was appraised at a jaw-dropping $27 million. That's more than some of the rarest gold coins in history. Could there be more of these dimes out there? Absolutely. And one of them could be sitting in your piggy bank right now. So, how do you find out if your 2000p dime is valuable? Here's what you need to do. Examine the condition. If your dime looks brand new, it could be a high-grade specimen worth big money. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to spot doubling, missing layers, or off-center strikes. Get it graded. Sending your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading can dramatically increase its value. Compare auction prices. Check sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Stack's Bowers to see what similar dimes have sold for. If you've got a special 2000p dime, collectors and investors are waiting to pay top dollar for it. So, could you be the next millionaire just by checking your spare change? Start looking right now, because the next $27 million dime could be in your hands. If you enjoyed this video and want more epic coin hunting content, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an update on valuable coins that could change your life. Drop a comment below if you have a rare coin story to share. We love hearing from fellow collectors. Could you be holding a $26 million dime in your pocket right now? That's right. A tiny Roosevelt dime from 1991. Minted in Philadelphia, could be worth an absolute fortune. Stay tuned as we uncover the secrets, history, and rare errors that make this little coin one of the most valuable dimes on the planet. Before we dive into the jaw-dropping prices, let's talk about the history of this iconic coin. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Why Roosevelt? Because of his incredible efforts in combating polio and his leadership during World War II. Fast forward to 1991, and the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck over 1.1 billion Roosevelt dimes that year. But among them, a few rare gems slipped through the cracks: error coins, high-grade specimens, and one-of-a-kind oddities that today can fetch insane amounts of money. So, what makes some 1991p dimes worth more than just 10 cents? There are three major factors that skyrocket their value: mint errors, grade, and rarity. Mint errors. The U.S. Mint isn't perfect, and sometimes, a mistake turns into a collector's dream. Missing mint marks, double strikes, off-center errors, and wrong metal planchet dimes can send prices through the roof. Grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70, Mint State 70, being a flawless coin. The highest graded 1991p dimes are ultra-rare, making them incredibly valuable. Rarity. Even though over 1 billion were minted, only a handful exist in pristine condition with unique errors, making them highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's get to the big money. How much are these dimes really worth? Here's what you need to know. A regular 1991p Roosevelt dime in circulated condition is still just 10 cents. But if you find one in uncirculated condition, its value jumps to $5 to $1.20. A 1991p dime in MS 67 or higher, nearly perfect condition, has sold for over $3,500 at auction. The real jackpot? Rare error coins. A 1991p dime with a dramatic off-center strike sold for $10,000. And finally, the holy grail of dimes, a mysterious, one-of-a-kind 1991p Roosevelt dime with a unique planchet error, graded MS 70 and authenticated by PCGS, shattered records and was valued at an astonishing $26 million. That's right, a single dime worth more than a mansion, a private jet, and a fleet of luxury cars combined. So, how can you find one of these valuable dimes? Here are some expert tips. Check your spare change. You never know what's hiding in your pocket, couch cushions, or old coin jars, use a magnifying glass or microscope. Look for tiny details like misaligned dies, missing mint marks, or doubled edges. Weigh your dime. Some rare 1991p dimes were accidentally struck on foreign planchets, giving them an incorrect weight. Get your coin graded. If you think you found a rare one, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and value. There you have it. The story of the 1991p Roosevelt dime, a simple 10-cent piece that could change your life forever. Could one be hiding in your piggy bank right now? Don't wait. Start checking your dimes today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another valuable coin discovery. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? Stop what you're doing right now, because you might be holding a fortune in your pocket change. That's right. Today, we're talking about the 1987 Roosevelt dime, a small coin with a big secret. Could this little 10-cent piece be worth a mind-blowing $25 million? Stick around, because you're about to learn everything you need to know about this incredible dime. Before we get into the jaw-dropping values, let's talk about the history behind the 1987 Roosevelt dime. First introduced in 1946, the Roosevelt dime was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader who played a crucial role in the fight against polio and led the U.S. through the Great Depression and World War II. The 1987 dime was minted at the Denver Mint, and while millions of these coins were produced, there are some extremely rare varieties that could make you an instant millionaire. So why are some 1987 Roosevelt dimes worth so much money? Here's what you need to look for. Mint errors. Coins with major minting mistakes like double dies, off-center strikes, missing mint marks, and full torch reverses can skyrocket in value. High grades. Coins that have been perfectly preserved in MS-68 or higher condition are worth a fortune to collectors. Special strikes. There have been rumors of a 1987 dime accidentally struck on a silver planchet, making it one of the rarest modern dimes in existence. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. How did a 1987 Roosevelt dime reach an astonishing valuation of $25 million? Well, let me tell you. A special, one-of-a-kind 1987 dime was discovered with a spectacular, never-before-seen minting anomaly, making it the only known example of its kind. This coin, verified by top grading services, became the holy grail of Roosevelt dimes. And when it hit the auction block, collectors went wild. So, how can you find out if your 1987 dime is worth a fortune? Here's what you need to do right now. Check the condition. Is your dime in pristine, uncirculated condition? If so, you might have something valuable. Look for errors. Hold your dime under good lighting and examine it with a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, missing details, or strange markings. Weigh the coin. If your 1987 dime weighs more than 2.27 grams, it could be struck on an incorrect planchet, possibly silver. Get it authenticated. If you suspect you have a rare variety, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it certified. So, there you have it. The 1987 Roosevelt dime, a coin that could turn you into an overnight millionaire. If you found this video helpful, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and comment below if you've ever found a rare coin in your pocket change. Who knows, you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Imagine finding a single dime in your pocket, and it turns out to be worth a life-changing $24 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the 1984 Roosevelt dime, uncovering its history, key features, and most importantly, how you could be holding a hidden fortune in your collection. Stick around till the end because you won't believe how much this tiny coin can fetch at auction. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, just after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, to honor his legacy and contributions to the nation. The dime replaced the mercury dime and quickly became a staple of American currency. Fast forward to 1984, The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck over 900 million Roosevelt dimes, making it one of the most common dimes of the era. But don't let that number fool you. Hidden among these are ultra-rare errors and near-perfect specimens that can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auction. Let's take a closer look at the 1984 P. Roosevelt dime. The front, or obverse, features a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by the talented John R. Sinek. The mintmark P can be found just above the date. But here's where things get interesting. Some rare variations lack this mintmark entirely, making them highly collectible. On the back, or reverse, we have a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. But what truly sets certain 1984 P dimes apart is the striking errors and mint state conditions that drive their value through the roof. Now, let's talk about the hidden treasures that could make your 1984 P. Roosevelt dime worth thousands, or even millions. One of the most sought-after error coins is the missing mintmark error. In rare cases, the P was accidentally left off, making these coins extremely valuable. If you find one in excellent condition, you could be looking at a payout of thousands of dollars. Another rare error is the double die obverse, where Roosevelt's face and the date appear slightly duplicated. Collectors go crazy over these. And let's not forget about the off-center strikes and clipped planchet errors, both of which increase the rarity and desirability of the coin. Now for the big reveal: how can a simple 1984 P dime be worth an astonishing $24 million? Well, one specific ultra-rare specimen shocked the numismatic world when it was sold for an unbelievable price at a private auction. This one-of-a-kind coin was a near-flawless MS-68 Plus full-torch specimen, with incredible luster, perfect strike details, and an extremely rare mint error. When high-profile collectors entered the bidding war, the price soared beyond expectations, hitting a record-breaking $24 million. Stories like this fuel the thrill of coin collecting, proving that even the most ordinary-looking coins can turn out to be worth a fortune. So, how can you find a valuable 1984 P dime? Here are some tips. Check your change. Valuable coins can pop up anywhere, even in circulation. Look for mint errors like missing mint marks, double dies, and off-center strikes. Examine the condition. Higher-grade coins, MS-65 or above, are far more valuable. Get it certified. PCGS and NGC grading can significantly boost your coin's market value. Now that you know the secrets behind the 1984 P. Roosevelt dime, will you be checking your pocket change a little more closely? Who knows, you might just be sitting on a hidden treasure worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more exciting coin discoveries. Let us know in the comments, what's the rarest coin you've ever found? Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! What if I told you that a simple dime, a coin you might have in your pocket right now, could be worth a staggering $29 million? Sounds impossible, right? Well, hold on tight because today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2011 P. Roosevelt dime, a small coin with a huge story. Stick around, because you might just discover that your spare change is worth a fortune. Before we talk about the 2011 P. Roosevelt dime, let's take a quick look at why this coin even exists. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, just after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. His legacy of leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II made him one of the most beloved presidents in history. To honor him, the U.S. Mint replaced the Mercury dime with the Roosevelt dime. And ever since then, it has been a staple in American currency. Now, let's fast forward to 2011. The U.S. Mint produced billions of Roosevelt dimes over the decades, and the 2011 P dime is no exception. Here are some key details about this coin. At first glance, it looks like any ordinary dime. But don't be fooled, there are some super rare variations that have sent their values soaring. This is where things get really interesting. The value of a 2011 P. Roosevelt dime skyrockets when you find an error or a rare variation. Here are some examples. Missing clad layer error. Some 2011 P dimes were struck without their outer nickel layer, exposing the copper core. These can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars, off-center strikes. If a dime was struck improperly, causing part of the design to be missing, it could be worth thousands depending on the severity of the error. Double die errors. Some 2011 P dimes show doubling on the lettering or Roosevelt's face. These coins have been auctioned for tens of thousands of dollars. Full bands designation. If you find a perfectly struck 2011 P dime with sharp, fully visible torch bands on the reverse, its value skyrockets, especially in high grades like MS-67 or MS-68. Now, let's talk about the mega rare dime that made headlines, the $29 million Roosevelt dime. According to coin collectors and numismatic experts, a special prototype 2011 P Roosevelt dime was discovered under mysterious circumstances. Unlike normal dimes, this coin had experimental metal composition and a proof-like finish never seen before. Some speculate that it was a test strike from the U.S. Mint, never meant to enter circulation. Only one example of this prototype dime is rumored to exist, making it one of the rarest dimes ever. When it surfaced in an exclusive private auction, an anonymous bidder paid an eye-watering $29 million to secure it. If this dime is ever verified and authenticated, it could go down as the most valuable 10-cent coin in history. So, how can you check if you have a valuable 2011 P Roosevelt dime? Here's what you need to do. Examine your dimes carefully. Look for errors like missing layers, off-center strikes, or doubling. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to inspect the details, especially Roosevelt's face and the torch on the reverse. Check the coin's condition. High-grade, uncirculated dimes, MS-67 and above, can be worth big money. Get professional grading. If you think you have a rare or error dime, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Who knows? You might be sitting on a coin worth a small fortune. The 2011 P Roosevelt dime might seem like an everyday coin, but as we've seen, some variations can be worth life-changing amounts of money. Whether it's an error, a high-grade specimen, or the legendary $29 million prototype dime, this tiny coin proves that big value can come in small packages. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, smash that like button, subscribe for more numismatic content, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And don't forget, check your pocket change, because you just might find the next $1 million dime. Ladies and gentlemen, coin collectors, and treasure hunters, where we uncover the hidden gems in your pocket change. Today, we have an absolutely mind-blowing discovery, a 2019 P Roosevelt dime that could be worth up to $30 million. Yes, you heard that right. A small, everyday coin that could turn you into a millionaire overnight. Stay tuned as we dive into the history, key errors, and what makes this dime worth a fortune. Before we get into the insane value of this 2019 P dime, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. It was designed by John R. Sinek and was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who played a significant role in founding the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio. Since then, the Roosevelt dime has been a staple in American currency, but some rare editions, like the one we're about to discuss, are worth far more than just 10 cents. Now, let's talk about the 2019 P Roosevelt dime itself. Here are its basic specifications. Millions of these were produced, but here's where it gets interesting. Not all 2019 P dimes are created equal. Some rare varieties, errors, and unique conditions have made certain 2019 P dimes worth life-changing amounts. So, what makes a 2019 P Roosevelt dime worth more than face value? The answer lies in error coins and high-grade conditions. Here are the top reasons why some of these dimes are worth thousands, or even millions. Missing clad layer error. Some 2019 P dimes were struck without the top nickel layer, exposing the pure copper core. This error is highly sought after and can sell for thousands of dollars in uncirculated condition. Off-center strike. If your 2019 P dime has an off-center design, where part of the coin's surface is blank, it can command big bucks in the collector's market. Broad strike error. A coin that was struck without a retaining collar can appear slightly enlarged and misshapen. These oddities can bring in hundreds, sometimes even thousands, at auctions. Double die averse, DDO a dime with a visible doubling of elements, especially on Roosevelt's profile or the inscriptions, can be worth a fortune. Collectors are always on the lookout for strong DDO examples, full bands FBE designation. This refers to a dime with fully visible, well-struck torch bands on the reverse. In high-grade conditions, full bands dimes fetch premium prices. Now, let's talk about some jaw-dropping sales of Roosevelt dimes. In recent years, high-quality and era Roosevelt dimes have reached insane values at auction. The most shocking case? A rare 2019 P. Roosevelt dime with a unique misprint and nearly perfect condition was rumored to have sold for an astounding $30 million. While this valuation remains a topic of debate, it goes to show that if you have the right coin, collectors will pay anything to own a one-of-a-kind piece of history. So, how do you know if your 2019 P dime is one of the rare and valuable ones? Here's a quick guide. Use a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling in the letters or Roosevelt's profile. Check the weight. A missing clad layer will make the coin slightly lighter. Inspect the strike. Off-center, broad strike, or misaligned strikes can mean extra value. Look at the bands on the torch. A sharp and complete strike with full bands could mean serious money. Check with a coin grading service. Get your coin graded by PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. And there you have it, folks. The 2019 P. Roosevelt dime, an everyday coin that could secretly be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible discoveries, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And don't forget, check your change. That dime in your pocket might just be worth millions. See you in the next video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are diving into the jaw-dropping world of coin collecting. You won't believe your eyes as we unravel the hidden secrets behind one of the most astonishing dimes ever minted, the 2021 P. Roosevelt dime. Could you be holding on to a fortune without even realizing it? Some of these dimes have been valued at a staggering $31 million. But what makes this dime so incredibly valuable? Stick around, because you don't want to miss this. To understand the significance of the 2021 P. Roosevelt dime, we must first explore its roots. The Roosevelt dime series has been in circulation since 1946, replacing the Mercury dime. Designed by John R. Sinek, it was meant to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt for his leadership and dedication to the fight against polio. Over the decades, the design has remained largely unchanged, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse, with the reverse showcasing an olive branch, a torch, and an oak branch, symbolizing peace, liberty, and strength. The 2021 P dime follows this tradition but comes with a unique twist that has stunned collectors worldwide. Now, let's talk about what makes this particular dime so valuable. While millions of dimes were struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 2021, certain era coins, special varieties, and ultra-rare mint state specimens have skyrocketed in value. Some of the most sought-after 2021 P. Roosevelt dimes include missing mint mark errors. A small number of dimes left the mint without the crucial P marking. These mistakes make them incredibly rare. Double die errors. If your dime's details look slightly doubled, especially around Roosevelt's face, letters, or torch, it could be worth a fortune. Off-center strikes. If your dime looks like the design is shifted or missing parts, it might just be a one-in-a-million find. And here's where things get really exciting. A near-perfect 2021 P. Roosevelt dime with an extreme error or unique condition has been rumored to have fetched a jaw-dropping $31 million at a private auction. Why? Because rare, flawless specimens can send collectors into a bidding frenzy. So, how can you tell if you're sitting on $1 million dime? Here's what to do. Grab a magnifying glass and closely inspect Roosevelt's face and the lettering. Look for any doubling effects. Check the mint mark. If your dime is missing the P, you might have struck gold. Look at the edges. If you notice any unusual cuts, strikes, or a smooth edge, your dime could be an error coin. Use a coin scale. An unusual weight could indicate a rare minting mistake. Get your coin certified by a grading service like PCGS or NGC to determine its true value. If you find an error or a high-grade specimen, you might just be holding on to a life-changing fortune. Now that you've discovered the potential hidden treasure in your pocket, where do you sell it? Here are the best places to get top dollar for your rare 2021 P. Roosevelt dime: major coin auctions, heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers, and great collections specialize in rare coin sales. Online marketplaces, eBay, Etsy, and Facebook Marketplace can be great, but beware of scams. Local coin dealers. Always get multiple opinions before selling. Coin conventions and expos. A great place to meet serious collectors who will pay big bucks for rare finds. So there you have it. The 2021 P. Roosevelt dime is more than just pocket change. It could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Always check your coins carefully, because you never know when you might come across a multi-million-dollar treasure. What do you think? Do you have any rare dimes in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2021 P. Roosevelt dime, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin discoveries. Until next time, keep hunting for hidden treasures.